Hi guys, today we are going to look at part of lesson 5.5. It's example 3 that we did not get to on Tuesday. It's on page 221 in your, page 221 in your book. Hold on, I need to pause this and adjust my lighting because this is driving me crazy. I don't like the shadow. Hold on. Okay, there we go, much better. All right, so we're going to go over these examples. And I'm going to show you the method that's in the book. There are a couple other ways that we can do this math, but I want to try to teach you this one, and then you're going to have some practice to get it done, okay? So I'm looking right here at this example 3, real life application. The problem gives you this setup that says a drought affects 9 out of 12 Midwestern states. So here's my 9 out of 12. What percent of Midwestern states are affected by drought? There is nothing easy that I can do to a 12 to multiply to get to 100. So what I do is I say, what can I break down the 12 to that then I can easily get to 100? So you have to be pretty proficient with your multiplication. And if you're not, it's going to be a bit of a struggle bus, but that's okay. I'll still get you there. All right. So I can divide 12 by 3 to get to 4, and then I can move from a 4 to 100 pretty quick. So if I divide my 12 by 3, I divide my 9 by 3, and I get 3/4. So I'm trying to find out, remember, what percent. So from my 4, I have to get to 100. 4 times what equals 100? 4 times 25. And if I multiply my denominator by 4, I multiply my numerator by 4. You guys are getting it, man. All right, 3 times 25 is 75. 4 times 25 is 100. And it equals 75%. And so that is our answer. All right, here's another example I'm going to go over with you guys. This one is not in the book, but it's good practice because it's a little bit trickier. All right, so you delete 3 out of 16 pictures. What percent of pictures do you delete? Well, I deleted 3 out of 16. 16 is my whole. And there's nothing really quick and easy that I can do to a 16 to multiply it to get to 100. So I'm going to divide it down, and I can make that a 4. So if I divide my denominator by 4, I have to divide my numerator by 4. This is where it gets kind of ugly. 16 divided by 4 is 4. It's not 16, it's 4. Hold on. Is 4. But 3 divided by 4, that can be a little bit weird. So you just take your handy dandy little calculator, you type 3 divided by 4 equals 0.75. Now, I know, and hopefully you know, that decimals and fractions normally are not part of the same thing. But when we're trying to do, when we're trying to calculate percent, sometimes it's a necessary evil, as long as you don't leave them there. So I still have not answered the question, out of 100, what how many pictures did I delete? That's my percent. What percent of pictures did I delete? From 4, I need to multiply up to get to 100. 4 times what equals 100? 25. You got it. 4 times 25. If I multiply my denominator by 25, multiply my numerator by 25. Okay. 0.25 times 25 equals 18.75 over 100. So that is 18.75%. And that is our answer. That is our percent. Okay. Cool? We're good with that? Now I want to do a couple more examples. I want you to do them with me. And these are right out of your book. They're on page 30 or 223. This is example 32, 34, 32, 33, 34. And we're going to do like that same kind of setup. Why don't you kind of work this like on your own? No, I'm going to walk through this one with you. Then the next one you'll kind of do like on your own. All right. So the question says, three is what percent of 8? So I have my 3/8, and I have to somehow get to 100. I could go ahead and oh shoot, hold on. Sorry about that. I just had to grab something real quick. Okay. So what I can do is I can break this down and convert that 8 into a 4. And then if I divide my denominator by 2, I divide my numerator by 2. 3 divided by 2 is 1.5. And then I still have to get my fraction up to 100, my denominator to 100. So I multiply by 25 here, multiply by 25 here, and I have 100. So I have 1.5 times 25. My answer is 37.5. There we go. Now there's another way you could do this that might save a step. If you're good kind of flipping numbers around and you understand something about fact families. So I'm going to show you another way to do that same problem. Right, so if I have 3, this is method 2 for number 32. All right, so if I have 3/8 and I want to get my 8 to 100, but I don't know what factor to multiply by, I can do 100 divided by 8, and that's 12.5. Now if I take that 8 and I multiply it by 12.5, I get 100. That's a fact family. So you can do that. The thing is, though, you have to do this part first. You have to do the 100 divided by 8 equals, or the 100 divided by whatever that denominator is, so you know what to multiply by. So 100 divided by 8 is 12.5. 8 times 12.5 is 100. So I have to multiply this by 12.5 and this by 12.5. As long as the factor that I'm multiplying by is the same, I can do this. So we know that 8 times 12.5 is 100. We just did that. And then we can do 3 times 12.5 and get that same answer. Ta-da! All right, so what I want you to do right now on your piece of paper, and I want you to be using notebook pieces of paper right now because you're going to want to. Trust me. I want you to try, you can use either method to get number 33 done. Go ahead and pause the video. I'm going to work on it, you work on it, and then we'll compare answers. Do number 33, please. Okay, so then your next part is right here. So I did this problem 2 different ways. First way I did it was taking my 16, getting it down to 4, and then multiplying up to get to 100. So if I did 16 divided by 4, I had to do 13 divided by 4, and I got 3.25. I multiply both of those by 25, so I'm changing by that same scale factor, and I have 81.25 over 100, which is 81.25%. I also did it that method 2, that second way that I showed you, where I did 100 divided by 16 is 6.25. And again, I just used my handy dandy calculator, guys. 100 divided by 16 is 6.25. And then I multiplied both my numerator and my denominator by that same scale factor, and I got 81.25 over 100, which is 81.25%. Attached to this video, so a part of the lesson, is a Google form where you have to complete the problems that I typed in there or the problems that I put in Google Forms, and attach a picture of your work to the assignment. I'll be back on Friday. We'll go over all of the good stuff. Okay? Thanks. Ask questions. Work together. Have a marvelous Thursday. Bye.